Chapter 75 I want a taste of. That well-off young guy, only a wealthy second generation heir like Wang Si-kong, known for his lavish spending, would have the nerve to casually buy a luxury car worth nearly 10 million yuans. Liang Yu's legs felt weak. He really is Eric Man-skid. She grabbed the bank card, ignored Zhao Zhang's stunned expression, and hurried back to the car. Standing by the door, she took a deep breath, opened the car door, and looked at Chen Yuan inside. Chen Yuan flashed a white-toothed smile, raising an eyebrow. Well, did the payment go through? Of course it had. Liang Yu had accused him of tricking her earlier. Now she was the one left speechless. She nodded firmly, then climbed into the car. Kiddo, you really want to buy this car? I mean, we can still get a refund if you change your mind. A refund? Why would he want a refund? He'd finally found a car he liked. Of course he was buying it. Nor fund. Hurry up and finish. Liang Yu hesitated. But this is a huge amount of money. Chen Yuan waved a hand dismissively. It's fine, not that much anyway. Liang Yu was completely speechless. Over 8 million yuans was not that much. Truly, I'll never understand the world of the wealthy. Okay, I'll handle separate. Wait, worry. The 8.6 million yuans included all fees. Only a few thousand more for license plates would wrap everything up. Liang Yu was highly professional. She finished all the procedures in less than an hour, including a complimentary premium package. After window tinting and maintenance, the Cullinan looked even more sophisticated. Chen Yuan nodded in satisfaction. This money wasn't wasted. Liang Yu, standing beside him, almost stumbled. Wasn't wasted? If only I had a little money like that. Leaning against the car door, Chen Yuan asked Miss Liang, do you have time this afternoon? Liang Yu's mind raced. She heard many wealthy heirs had unusual tastes. Was this one of those who shared certain people's sex-centric preferences? But she was married. Unconsciously straightening her clothes, she replied, yes, I have time. Chen Yuan, leaning against the door, smiled. Since you're free then, could you drive this car to my company for me? Liang Yu almost choked. That's it. These days, even getting a taste of Iang Gai is so hard. Sure, following the customer is king principle. This was really no big deal. Seeing her expression, Chen Yuan thought she was reluctant. Don't worry, I won't let you make this trip for nothing. Show me your payment QR code. Liang Yu pulled up her QR code on her phone. Ding! Alipay received 5,000 yuan. Miss Liang, 5,000 yuan. You're not losing out, right? Losing out? She was making a killing. The commission for one car was only around 20,000 yuans. With this tip, her earnings for the day hit 30,000 yuans. In this line of work, it was common to go 3 months without asali, then live off one sale for 3 months. Not losing out at all, thank you, boss. Liang Yu beamed, clutching her phone. Wealthy second-gen guys are the best. Wealthy second-gen? Chen Yuan curled his lips. Me? A wealthy second-gen? No, technically, I'm a self-made millionaire. Dong Lai stay wealthy second general. All right, drive me back to the company, and your job's done. Liang Yu quickly stowed her phone. Then Neat Lai gathered all the documents and temporary license plates into the car. Soon, the Rolls-Royce Cullinan pulled slowly out of the store. Chen Yuan settled comfortably in the back seat. Ms. Liang, you're a great driver. After chatting for a bit, he opened the live stream on his phone. The comments were already blowing up. Wow! First time watching someone buy a car, live on a show. Insanely rich. 9 million yuan's gone just like that. Damn. I checked my WeChat balance. It's 6.9 yuans. I'm devastated. Boss, do you need a driver? I'd be happy to drive you to work in the Cullinan every day. I only have one request. Can I take it out to show off and pick up girls sometimes? You guys are overthinking it. Is a few million really expensive for Boss Yuan Shen? He's a multi-millionaire. I'm starting to envy Donglai. Writes poems, goes to class, and suddenly he's a wealthy second gen. The guy above is trying to kill me with laughter to inherit my 6.9 yuans. Donglai's a wealthy second gen. Sob, I want to be one too. At the Bentley store, salesperson Yang Yanhong had just seen off her earlier customer. That customer had looked at cars for ages, drank afternoon tea, and then left without buying anything. Such was the industry. You waited on people like royalty, and they could walk away without a second thought, leaving you powerless to complain. Just then, a brand new Cullinan pulled out of the store across the street. They sold one. Yang Yanhong muttered, green with envy. The Cullinan's window rolled down, revealing Iang Boy's smiling face. She recognized that face. Chen Yuan waved at her. Yang Yanhong's mouth dropped open. He actually bought one? This kid bought a Cullinan? Regret washed over her instantly. If only I'd known he was Ariel customer. She was kicking herself. At the company entrance, two security guards were chatting. Suddenly, a luxury car appeared at the intersection. One of them, with sharp eyes, nudged the other. Hey! Luozi, look, there's a Cullinan. So cool! Luozi craned his neck. Yeah, I see it. So awesome. If I could drive a car like that, I'd die happy. The other guard gave him a disdainful look. Quit daydreaming. Do you know how much that car costs? Our monthly salary isn't even enough to rent it for a day. As they talked, the Cullinan pulled up to the entrance. Whoa, why'd it stop here? Did a big client come? Chapter 76. Don't lie. Driving that fast, rushing to your dad's funeral? Chen Yuan studied Luozi carefully. He was average looking but physically strong, and med Hone Street enough, but Chen Yuan still wondered if he could keep his mouth shut. How long have you overdue? Luozi held up 3 fingers. 7 years. Where do you live now? Over on Daisen Street. Daisen Street was too far from Xingfuli. Residential quarter, perfect. He could give Luozi a shot at being his driver. What's your full name? Luo Shang. Nice name. Then Luo Shang it is. Chen Yuan nodded. All right, we'll do Likatoverdi. Luo Zhang's eyes widened. Be your driver. How much would that pay? Chen Yuan asked, "What's your salary now?" 7,000 yuan a month. Same pay, 7,000 yuan. Do you agree? Luo Shang glanced at the brand. New Cullinan, agree? Of course I agree. Same salary, but he jet to drive a luxury car. Most important lie. Drivers were usually the boss trusted. Confidence. This meant he'd gone from a security guard to the boss' right-hand man overnight. Definite lie, a promising move. He nodded frantically. I agree. The other security guard stared, practically drooling with envy. A promotion from security guard to driver. With no pay cut, it was a lateral move on paper. But Luo Shang would be up close and personal with the boss every day. If only I'd gotten a driver's license too. Chen Yuan handed the car keys to Luo Shang. This afternoon, practice your driving skills. There's some manual for the gear shift and other functions in the car. If you master them, you're my driver. If not, you'll stay here guarding the door. Luo Shang took the keys, grinning from ear to ear. Don't worry, boss, I won't let you down. Chen Yuan nodded and walked into the office building. Luo Shang clutched the keys, unable to hide his joy. Who Dave thought being a security guard could lead to a promotion. The other guards said sorely, he gave you the keys, hurry up and test the car. But be careful, if you crash it, you'll lose even your security job. Luo Shang chuckled. Don't worry, I'm great at driving. As soon as Chen Yuan entered his office, you ran in. Where've you been? I've been looking for you all afternoon. She set a dozen plan on his desk. Chen Yuan flipped through the plan while explaining. Nothing much, I was tired of the hassle, so I just bought a car on a whim. He said it so casually that you assumed he'd bought an ordinary car. What brand and model? How much was it? I can help you check if it's a good deal. I know cars pretty well. Chen Yuan looked up. A Cullinan. A Cullinan? What kind of? Wait, Rolls-Royce? You finally registered what he'd said. Chen Yuan glanced at her. Yeah, Rolls-Royce. It's pretty nice. Just picked it up casually. This kid's really good at showing off. You bit her red lips. I don't know why, but I suddenly feel like crying in your Cullinan. Chen Yuan set down the plan and smiled. Are you that desperate for a man? I'm only 14. Do you want to be both immoral and break the law? You laughed awkwardly. Just a joke. Joke? Your eyes were practically glowing. Chen Yuan pulled up the promotional images in the plan. These posters are still missing something. Add a dilapidated helicopter. Then have some soldiers standing on it with guns, facing the sunset. Chen Yuan checked the time. It was already 5:30 p.m. Time to go home, or the excited Dong Lai would definitely cook up some dark cuisine. Adam for an edibinorichete prizit. Why excited? Because it was Saturday. He had a day off tomorrow. So how could he not be thrilled? Chen Yuan walked out of his office and ran into Dong Jiangguo, who was heading out. Lao Dong, off work already? Off work? Do you think everyone can be as carefree as you? No, the game administration sent over a document. I'm going to pick it up. Dong Jiangguo added quickly. Hey, we're going the same way anyway. Let me drive you home. He was about to miss a chance to curry favor. Chen Yuan shook his head with a smile, pressing the elevator button. No need, I bought a car. You bought a car? They chatted as they walked outside. Luo Shang was already waiting at the entrance. When he saw Chen Yuan, he hurried to open the glass door. Good, he's quick on the uptake. Chen Yuan pointed to the Cullinan in the parking spot. See that? That's my new car. Dong Jiangguo saw it and saw it clearly. Suddenly, the Audi key in his hand felt worthless. He gave Chen Yuan a thumbs up. Chairman, you have great taste. Only a luxury car like this is worthy of your distinguished status. Seeing Dong Jiangguo was about to launch into another round of flattery, Chen Yuan patted his shoulder. Lao Dong, your vision is too narrow. With that, he led Luo Shang toward the Cullinan. Dong Jiangguo stood there, pondering Chen Yuan's words. Luo Shang trotted to the car and opened the rear door. After Chen Yuan got in, he closed it gently, then hurried around to the driver seat. Very sensible. Chen Yuan settled into the back seat, stretching comfortably. The sunset was a bit harsh, so he pressed a button and the sunshade rolled down. Boss, your address is Xingfu Li Residential Quarter. Chen Yuan said casually. Got it, let's go. Luo Shang started the car and drove smoothly onto the road. He clearly had mastered all the functions evidently. He'd put in the work that afternoon. A sleek, business-style luxury car like this turned heads. On the street, many young people stopped to stare, instinctively assuming the passenger inside was a pot-bellied tycoon. Well, he is a tycoon, but there's no pot-belly. Chen Donglai dragged his school bag behind him like a dead dog, muttering as he walked, Chinese teacher? Can't even appreciate my poem, how dare she call herself a Chinese teacher? I'm speechless. I Chen Donglai am a talented scholar with a wealth of knowledge. Okay? Making me copy Tang and Song Dynasty poems from the textbook 10 times. Only someone like you would assign such a stupid homework. Sigh, such talent. Yet no one appreciates me. What a tragedy. As he neared his apartment building, he heard a car horn bell from behind. He hurried to step aside, and a luxury business car zoomed past. Chen Donglai, ever hot-tempered, yelled at the car's tail. Driving that fast, rushing to your dad's funeral? Unexpectedly, the car stopped right in front of his building. The driver got out, glared at Chen Donglai, then walked around and respectfully opened the rear door. Out stepped Chen Yuan. Chapter 77. Turns out I'm the clown. In the live stream, netizens were already in stitches. Ha ha ha, this is hilarious. Look at Donglai's face, it's totally frozen. Frozen? He's practically a statue. Lol, he's stunned. For real, this is too funny. Donglai saw tough guy. Tough enough to insult himself. I want to find a way to insult myself too. Pfft. I sprayed instant noodles all over my phone screen. I'd meant compensation. Chen Donglai says nearly popped out of his head. How is it this kid? Did I just curse his dad a second ago? Turns out I'm the clown here. Embarrassment was written all over his face. How did this backfire on me? This plot twist almost gave me whiplash. Chen Yuan looked at his dad with a grin, deciding to tease him. What were you yelling just now? Luo Shang straightened his back. Yeah. What did you say earlier? Mind your own business, driver. Chen Yuan thought, my dad and I are just messing around. You, an outsider, are just acting tough because you have a boss to back you up. Chen Yuan waved a hand at Luo Shang. All right. You Ray done here. Go home. Be here at 7 tomorrow morning to pick me up. Luo Shang immediately nodded and bowed. Got it, boss. I'll head out right away. He glanced around. Where should I park the car? Chen Yuan glanced casually and pointed to a parking space over there. Leave my phone number with the parking attendant. Luo Shang followed the boss's instructions, parked the Rolls-Royce, then scanned a shared bike and rode off slowly. Chen Donglai watched this unfold, rooted to the spot. His mind was a jumbled total chaos. Chen Yuan walked over to his dad, still grinning. You were pretty bold just now. I could hear clearly in the car. Why don't you repeat that for me, old man? Chen Donglai blinked. This brat is rubbing salt in my wound. He admitted he'd acted impulsively, spouting a famous quote that would go down in history for all the wrong reasons. But for this kid to hold it over his head, he was asking for a beating. Instinctively, he reached for his waist, but his school uniform had no belt. Left empty-handed. Chen Donglai frowned and snapped. I'm your dad. Just tell me, can you take a beating? He meant it. Screw the live stream, he just wanted to vent his frustration first. Chen Yuan chuckled, half backing down. Just joking. Look how serious you're getting. Chen Donglai huffed, but his eyes drifted to the Rolls-Royce luxury cars. What man doesn't love them? Those who say they don't care, just faking it, like with beautiful women. Oh, I don't like women with good figures and looks. Chi. That shoost a player who'll hit on anyone. Chen Donglai slowly walked over to the Cullinan, circling it again and again. His hand hovered in the air, wanting to touch it but daring not to. After a while, he turned to Chen Yuan and asked, Brat, this car? Chen Yuan waved a hand casually. Oh, just a random car I bought for commuting. Chen Donglai shot him a sharp galar. Bought for commuting? This car costs millions. Can ordinary people afford that? My IQ might not be top tier, but I can tell when someone's lying. Your bragging skills have really gone downhill. Chen Donglai sniffed, eyeing his son sideways. Did you rent this? Are you up to some trick? Chen Yuan barely held back a laugh. Dad, it's a brand new car, no license plate yet. Would a rental company be that stupid? If he weren't worried about Donglai slacking off in school or going around looking for a stepmom, he'd show him the car ownership certificate right away. Just then, Chen Donglai smacked his lips. Wait, it only has a temporary plate. That doesn't look like a rental company car. Chen Yuan quickly said, No, it's a company car, the assignatodome. Chen Donglai stared at him in shock. What kind of company did you even join? They assign Rolls-Royces as company cars? Chen Yuan cleared his throat. You don't need to worry about how he earned money to support the family. Did you finish your homework? At the word homework, Chen Donglai felt his head throb. The Rolls-Royce instant lie lost all its appeal. Don't even mention it. All the teachers ganged up on me today. Everyone else got so little homework, but mine was doubled. I swear they're out to get me. In reality, it wasn't the teachers, it was his son. Chen Yuan had already talked to the principal, earnestly expressing his desire to help his dad become a success. A playful twist on the common. Parents hoping their kids succeed and casually bringing up the upcoming World Cup final. The principal had immediately patted his chest, vowing to save Chen Donglai from mediocrity. Hence, Donglai's homework was twice that of his classmates. But Chen Yuan would never tell Donglai that otherwise. He feared the Seven Wolves belt, a common reference to a leather belt used for spanking he'd hidden away, might make a comeback. Come on, it's just homework. Is that even a big deal for us? Let's go, Dad, go drop your bag upstairs, and I'll take you out to eat. Chen Donglai grunted, turned, and ran upstairs to put down his school bag. He was back in a flash. What are we eating today? He rubbed his hands together as he spoke. To be Hone Street, the school cafeteria food was so bad it made him want to cry. And even though he had loads of money from Chen Yuan, he had no way to spend it. These days, he lived for dinner every night. Chen Yuan thought for a second. Seafood buffet? Perfect. Affordable and filling. The seafood buffet was just 2 blocks from Xingfu Li residential quarter, so they walked. The price was 88 yuans per person. Total 176 yuans for the two of them. After paying, they started piling food onto their plates. They were enjoying their meal when a teenager, around 16 or 17, walked over to their table. Donglai, you're Donglai. The boy's face lit up with excitement. Chen Donglai was confused. He was sure he'd never met this kid before. The teenager quickly added, Donglai, I'm your biggest fan. Your poem Kingdioga too. A playful twist on a classic poem form, referring to Chen Donglai's absurd poem, voiced what so many of us feel. It's a masterpiece in our eyes. He pulled out a pen and paper. Donglai, can you sign this for me? Chen Donglai was dumbfounded. What's going on? Do I actually have fans now? His eyes immediately darted to his son. Chen Yuan shrugged. He was just as confused. He built his business from scratch and never had a fan ask for his autograph. But his dad had written just 3 poems and already gained tons of fame. These days really makes no sense. He's asking you for an autograph. Why are you looking at me? Chen Yuan muttered, a hint of jealousy in his voice. Chen Donglai let out an took the pen and paper, and looked up at the boy. What should I write? Just write to Yanbin. May you succeed in the college entrance exam, Donglai. Chen Donglai nodded and scribbled down the words. The boy held the autographed paper tightly and pulled out his phone, wanting to take a photo. Chen Yuan stopped him. No electronic devices. You know the rules, referring to the live stream's possible restrictions or Chen Yuan's desire to avoid unnecessary attention.